Is it on?
It's on.
Okay. Wayne's World! Wayne's World! Wayne's World! Ah! Okay, so here we are, and we're at our new show. It's called Wayne's World! Wayne's World! Okay, and so like today we're interviewing the most famous ultra singer of Run Spot Run. We have Word Up. Yo, Wayne's World! Word Up! Word Up! Okay, so JR, so how's the new album going, dude? Oh, there's the ultra famous guitarist right there. It's Mark. It's Mark. Famous guitarist. Famous guitarist. Okay. So Mark, why don't you come over to the interview? Okay, so JR. Yeah, how's that Mighty Fine album of yours going? It's slow. Way slow. Okay. So why is it going slow?
Oh,
Is it
our
because
producer fucked up.
producer fucked up. Yeah, oh god, I hate that. That's a bitch. Okay, but so what's the new title of this album gonna be?
It's gonna be untitled.
It's gonna be not titled.
Whoa!
How daring of us!
That's pretty heavy
Daring! Daring! Alright, that's great.
Run
That's
Spot
great.
Run.
Didn't Nana?
Okay,
Nana
whoa!
Look where
Special
she's at.
effects! Whoa! Special effects! Special effects! Okay,
The ultra.
so anyway, we're going to go right to some live concert footage. Is that
Right,
good?
some live concert
okay.
footage. We've got a clip here. This is a really funny clip.
Alright.
This is us
This is us.
playing the Hoosier Dome.
So, we're just gonna take it right from there, and we're gonna have Run Spot Run.
Give me the box. Eat me up.
This is an exclusive interview with Mark of Run Spot Run. Shut it off. Okay, Mark, have some questions for you here.
Alright.
When did the group Run Spot Run get together?
God.
When did the group get together?
The group got together.
Well, let's see.
Tell the story.
I don't know. I really don't know exactly how it happened. It's hard to remember exactly, but
Jeff, how did the group Run Spot Run form?
How did it form?
Tell the story of Run Spot Run.
well, okay.
We were probably about 14.
14
We
years
were probably about 14 years old.
Well, back in high school,
We're all 20 now. So, it was 6 years ago.
I used to hang out with Mark and Dan Fox.
Mark, my lead guitar player, had a little group called Fetal Pig. They did such songs as Grandma is a Punk Rocker, Ricky Schroeder is the Antichrist.
I was in a band, an obscure band, kind of a joke band called Fetal Pig in high school. We never really played anywhere, but we put out a bunch of albums and got kind of popular. Jeff was in it though.
And I'd work with Mark and Dan just fooling around with stuff like Fetal Pig.
Yeah, the group Fetal Pig.
Yeah.
He played violin on a few songs, like Ricky Schroeder is the Antichrist. That was always a fun one.
Long ago?
Yeah, but I remember hearing them and going, boy, they really suck. But I heard potential.
I knew they had talent, but I mean, we used to have fun, so.
I heard potential in some parts.
There was an idea there.
There was some potential as far as musical.
Okay,
Old song.
We'd like to dedicate this song to what the band used to be. It's been Fetal Pig, to Grand Theft Audio, and now this, and
It's a song my friend Dan wrote a long time ago. I'm going to play piano on it even though I really can't. It's called Ricky Schroeder is the Antichrist.
I've watched all my Sunday nights, and I'm sure, so sure, that this show really bites.
Bites?
Yeah, bites.
Okay.
But more than that, I hate his guts. If I had the chance, I would kick him in the
Bites?
nuts.
Okay.
'Cause I'm sure. Oh yes, I'm sure. That Ricky Schroeder is the Antichrist. He's the reddest white and red. Ricky Schroeder is the Antichrist. Though I used to think the Antichrist was my cat. Sorry, Mickey. Cat. I am sure.
And JR started hanging out with us about that time.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to be pretty good friends with him. And I used to go down and listen to him at the Blue Mountain when he'd play.
Right.
He'd play 50s and 60s music just by himself. Him singing with his guitar.
Where did you hear them at? The group Field Pig. I never heard this story.
I was just in choir one day and they were passing around tapes and I went ahead and bought one.
Yeah.
And at that time I was doing some of my own stuff.
And I got to be pretty good friends with him. And I used to go down and listen to him at the Blue Mountain. And he'd play down there pretty regular. And I thought he was really good. I mean, I was really impressed with his abilities to sing with the guitar.
Blue Mountain
Yeah.
gigs.
First Blue Mountain gig I did was when I was doing some solo stuff.
Solo.
And that's really where Fetal Pig heard me.
Right.
And then we decided to do some stuff together.
I suggested that we get those guys together, JR and Mark and Dan,
Uh-huh.
and work together and maybe could produce something halfway decent.
You know, I decided, okay, well, I'm going to have a little jam session. And
Right.
we had a little jam session. I took a few other people from Fetal Pig, and I don't know, it sort of worked out.
One night, me and Jeff went over to JR's house. I've known JR since probably since I was 14 or 15.
Were you friends then?
No, when I first met JR, I hated his guts. I couldn't stand the sight
Yeah.
of him.
Really, really raw, rough stuff.
He was just annoying and loud and just all over the place, and I couldn't stand the sight of him. But after a while, I got annoying and loud too. So we got along fine.
Yeah. Now, were you friends with the band before Fetal Pig? Or did you just kind of know each other? And,
We kind of just knew each other, really.
and that was about the...
And then we became friends after we started the band.
So that was the beginning of your guys' friendship.
That was sort of the beginning of the friendship, was Run Spot Run.
I didn't think I'd be playing. I mean, I was thinking who has a violin in their bands and things like that, and they were playing all electric.
And one night, Jeff and I went over to JR's house. He lived with his parents at the time.
Right.
And we started playing some songs, and I guess all three of us hit it off pretty good, so we decided to play together.
Yeah.
And within about a month, we were playing out.
As I lay low in my bed and I make a move for that telephone, but I know I'm nowhere without you.
Okay, where did the name Run Spot Run come from? I mean, besides a first grade primer book, was it like just off of a whim, or was it first grade primer?
It just came to us, I think.
Do you remember who originated it? Was it you, or was it Mark, or Jeffy, or?
I couldn't even tell you really. I think it was more of a joint decision, but I don't know how we came up with the decision actually. I think we were just going through different things. At one point we picked up, we were looking around the house and there was a Holy Bible on the table. So we wrote down Holy Bible. And then we opened up a telephone book and the first thing we came to was the Franklins. So we wrote down the Franklins. And then we looked around the room some more and we saw a hot chocolate canister.
Right.
We wrote down hot chocolate mix.
Right.
And we just started like taking different things and we came up with like the Holy Franklin mix. And that was real close to being the first name, but
I like that.
One of the names we came up with at first was Grand Theft Audio, and that ended.
Yeah.
That sounds really high schoolish now that I remember it, but Dan came up to us in the stairwell one day at school and said, "I've got it, Run Spot Run." So,
Yeah. So that's how the name came up.
yeah.
According to Jeff.
Exciting, huh? Yeah.
According to Jeff.
This is Jeff's story. Completely unadulterated and uncensored.
Well, that was kind of a thing. Fetal Pig, like the original band I was in.
How did you get?
Kind of grew into Run Spot Run. A friend of ours, Dan, who sang for Fetal Pig, kind of. He made up the name. He stole it from Run Westy Run. It's a band from Minneapolis. Pretty cool band. I've got some of their albums.
So you stole it.
We stole it. We stole it. But they were Run Westy Run and we're Run Spot Run, so it's different.
I like Run Spot Run better.
I don't know.
Well, yellow bird, Texas, can I fly? We all know that they get high on Sesame Street. They're singing sex and pain are really the same. They're singing sex and pain are really the same on Sesame Street. One at a time, let's do it again. 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 One at a time, let's do it again.
We breaking?
Yeah! It's time for a break.
Busted, homeboy.
Okay, can you tell me about your first gigs at Blue Mountain?
The first gigs at the Blue Mountain, the place, well, it was Monday nights. So the
Yeah.
place was pretty dead. There would be maybe about 10 or 15 people there, and we'd do a lot of mellow stuff. A lot of our first stuff was pretty mellow. Bloody Man of War, I think probably the first song we wrote together, which was a really mellow song. And we played that a lot. I guess everybody liked that.
He was a bloody man of war, a tear streamed from his eye. Missed his home so much, he doesn't want to die. Yet he will not pull that trigger. He knows that killing is wrong, so he puts the gun down at his side and sings himself a song.
Where was the first gig you guys played? Was that with the Blue Mountain or?
We did play a sketchbook talent show at Snyder High School. We did, what was it? Johnny Be Good. It was
Yeah.
Dan on piano. Who Dan, of course, was no longer with the group. I don't think Mark was even part of that. And JR was
Right.
singing with his guitar, doing stupid shit like rolling around on the stage and banging my head on the piano and playing the
Yeah.
maracas or something. I don't know.
Right.
But we had a lot of compliments and everything. I always after we got done playing, everybody liked this for some reason.
Run Spot Run has a new cassette out. Yeah. The low, low price of $8 in the front booth up here, you can have your own Run Spot Run cassette of all their greatest hits. From the 70s to the 80s, up to the 90s now. And I misquoted myself a little bit ago, or missaid that these guys were gods. They're not. They're demons. So, everybody, Run Spot Run!
1 to 10, let's do it again. 1 to 10, let's do it again. 1 to 10, let's do it again. They're sucking, man. 1 to 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 to 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 to 10, let's do it again. Okay, you guys were okay. Give yourself a hand. Up, scumbag! One more time! 1 to 10, let's do it again. Just kidding.
What was it like for you?
Oh, it was like it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Mark tended to drink a lot. What the hell? We all
From what
drink a lot,
I
guess.
from what I heard, everybody tended to drink a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. One night, for some reason, they closed it down. They closed the open stage down, and they said, you can't play here tonight. So I thought it was kind of cool. We went across the street and just, for the hell of it, just started playing in the street. And people came along, like yuppies, started coming along, throwing us money. One time I got really pissed at Mark,
Yeah.
just because he was being an asshole, but what's new? Yeah, we drank a lot.
Do you have some kind of a special formula for the way you write your songs? Can you give
What usually happens is I'll write a song or JR will write a song. If JR writes it, he'll play it for me, and I'll say, that sucks, JR. But basically, that's how it works.
I'll write really fast and cool songs, and Mark and I will get along with them just fine. But, you know, with those, you have to have a certain amount of slow songs. I mean, because every time I write something a little bit slower to slow it down a bit, Mark says, it's not rocking out, man.
It's gotta be more
not rocking out. But I love him. I love him.
I don't mind doing 1 or 2 slow songs, as long as they're not whiny. Because JR every once in a while will come up with a really whiny art song. I can't deal with.
Define art. That tends to be the
Art you're talking Morrissey, Depeche Mode, Can't Handle It, The Cure, art all the way. Don't know what else to say. I ain't into that art stuff. I'm into more rock and roll bands.
I can understand both points of view.
I can't.
How do yours and Mark's and Jeffy's music tastes differ from each other?
Well,
Jeff and I like almost exactly the same thing, so we get along fine musically. Jeff and I like almost exactly all the same music and everything. We've got the same albums, and
It's JR that's the problem, huh?
So you like more folk type music than what?
Sometimes. And then again, I listen to like the Replacements and shit, like the Long Riders and stuff that Mark listens to.
Yeah,
And I even listen to some shit that JR listens to.
some shit.
JR tends to listen to more violent stuff, and Mark tends to listen to more shitty stuff. I listen to the good music.
You listen to the good music.
Yeah.
really, our first song was A Penny for Your Thoughts.
Oh, really? From
Really?
the first tape.
Which was a really basic, easy song, but you know, it sounded really good.
I wrote probably lyrics to the first song we did, Penny for Your Thoughts.
Now, did you develop your lyrics the same way Jared did? He takes a lot of his lyrics from things that have happened to him.
Yeah, I do that, I guess. I wrote lyrics just short and sweet. That one was about my grandfather's funeral, and it's just basically my uncle's reaction to his father's death, because my uncle's retired and I didn't know if he could accept the death. It's basically a song about that.
They said he was dumb, he was away from birth, and he'd never understand. He was slow on learning, but not short of yearning. I wondered if he can understand.
Art is just this. I'll tell you exactly what art is. And music is art. Music is just as much art as painting.
Yes.
Is you have to take a feeling that you feel inside. You have to take that feeling and pull it out. And you have to put that out, whether it be on paper as painting, or whether it be as song, or whatever else. And people can go up to a painting and say, "Oh yeah, it looks really neat."
Yeah.
And you haven't succeeded. You have to take that, what you feel inside, put it through your guitar, through your vocal cords, and put it out. And somebody has to feel that, and they have to say, "My God, I felt that same exact way. I know exactly what he's saying." If I sing a very slow, sad song about something that's happened to me, and I look out in the audience and someone is crying, I know that I've done everything that you can possibly do in music. It's about, can you make somebody feel?
In other words, what you're trying to say is Milli Vanilli is not art, so to speak.
Not really, no. Sorry, Millie.
And Vanilli.
A woman, you can't go. You keep telling me you're going, and you turn around the head and close the door. And keep on walking, baby, but don't never come back. I'm gonna hide a little more, and I know you fishy woman, you can't go.
Do you enjoy writing songs about things that are social conscious? I know, like on your first tape, Yesterday Anymore, you tend to write songs about things that are socially conscious, like Fashion Sense is probably the best example of a very social conscious song. Are you planning on trying to be social critics, basically, is what I'm asking you?
No.
No.
Definitely not.
Are you being satirical?
No, I don't think we're being satirical. We have been satirical in the past.
Uh-huh.
And we do sometimes now, but for the most part, we try not to be too satirical.
You don't like that too much.
It gets kind of old because there's so
Right.
many satirical bands right now. We try to be versatile.
Yeah.
We try to be more versatile.
I can understand that.
What I'm talking about is the social conscious sort of things you guys use in your lyrics. Like the song Fashion Sense, for instance, is very social conscious about, you know, fashion of today. That's right.
Conform. Gotta keep the whole world warm.
Ooh, well, walking down the street the other day, when all these people walk past and walk my way, well, they don't understand. They got the world in the palm of their hands, and just because I'm dressed up, they think that he must be gay. Oh, fashion sense. Don't matter, can't pay the rent, at least you got fashion sense. Conform. You gotta keep the whole world warm. Worry about what people say, and please conform today. Oh. Well,
Open up your eyes. Be yourself. Non-conformity is just the conformity of non-conformity.
well.
How do you guys get along as far as personally?
Personally, like practices. See, practices, Mark can be an asshole.
Right?
He tries to take charge, but we don't let him sometimes. I guess that goes for all of us, though. But Mark tends to say, well, okay, don't fuck around. Hey, I want this practice to be really good. This is going to be a great practice. We don't have any time for fucking around. And then
He ends
we'll
up.
start a song, he'll start fucking around, like on his electric or something.
Yeah.
And
If you were in the studio for 9 billion hours fighting and playing songs over and over and over again until you absolutely hated all of them.
And JR is always trying to play leads, and that's number one rule of Run Spot Run, is JR doesn't play leads, because
Why?
he has no talent for playing leads. Number two rule is Mark never sings. Of course, that's broken sometimes, and that's okay.
He does sing though. He sings
Yeah, I
a
know.
lot.
We kind of upended that rule, I guess. Rules are made for breaking.
Okay, we'll just cut right into the song.
You know, we're just an acoustic band, we're playing some rock and roll, and I said, people always trying to tell me what I should and shouldn't play. I look at them and I look at them and I listen to what they say. But I've got to admit, I did get a little pissed when Trice Maitre D looked at me and said, play it more like this. Hit it. Let's go, Ben! Let's go, Ben! Mars! Hey,
How do you feel about guys that are going bald?
There's a saying, and it says, God only created so many beautiful heads, the rest of them have hair on them.
That was just a surprise question you guys saw. I just threw that in there for no apparent reason. Okay, we're gonna cut right here. How about bald guys?
Well, guys, I think they're sexy, Bob. I like to go up to them and like take peanut butter. I like peanut butter, the smooth kind. Crunchy is irritating. You know, just like smeared on their foreheads, like lick it off. And I think it's so sexy.
Okay.
Nice spooge on their forehead.
What?
Nice spooge on their forehead. That's a given.
Oh wait a minute, we're gonna cut here so Jeff can try that. Mark, how do you feel about bald people?
I'm gonna be one someday.
Alright.
I've got a grandfather, Grandpa Whitaker.
Grandpa Whitaker.
He's bald. He's hilarious. But everybody I'm related to is bald. So I have my dad's starting to lose it now. So I have no hope of having any hair. I grew it long for a while. I had it pretty long. And my reasoning behind that was someday I'm not going to have it anymore, so I might as well enjoy it
Might as
now.
well enjoy that long hair.
But I have no hope of having any hair at all because everybody I'm related to is bald. My Grandpa Whitaker, he's completely bald except for, some hair along in here. And he's hilarious. He's got a huge gut, and he looks just like me and my dad, and we all look the same except, he's the age difference. But I know what I'm going to look like. I'm going to be fat and bald.
Fat and bald.
Fat and bald. I don't have
How
a
can-
chance
how
of
can
having
you
hair.
get-
My dad's not fat. My dad's looking good. He takes good care of himself. He doesn't smoke and drink all the time like my Grandpa Whitaker. And neither do I.
What a joke!
But I know what I'm gonna look like. And he's a dirty old man too.
Are you gonna be a dirty old man, Mark?
Yeah, I'm sure I will.
I'm on his shoulder, covered in hand. Tears fall every day. He raised his hand and he gave a salute. And he said, now please, would you just go away? And I felt the pain. I felt turned his head, closed his eyes, and he cried. Well, until that moment that I finally realized when you're struck down by loneliness, life will pass you by. I asked him, and he said, I always believe in things being short and sweet. Life is no exception.
Are you worried about any kind of copyright laws or anything like that with Sesame Street?
We are.
Sesame Seed.
Well, I think Big Mac's got the Sesame Seed, but Sesame Street.
Okay, so I fucked up, alright?
We're gonna make sure we get all this stuff copyrighted first.
Oh, what I'm saying is, are you worried about anything from Jim Henson or anything like that?
No, like Jim Henson's gonna listen to our music anyway. Like he's gonna care. Well, I don't know.
Well, rumor has it that someone stole Fashion Sense.
Yeah, I heard something about that. We supposedly got that copyrighted, but JR never got around to it, or I don't know what the deal was with that.
So it's never really been copyrighted.
Huh?
So it's never really been copyrighted
Nah,
then.
I don't care. We were just fucking around in the studio when we put that together. We were just having fun. So, I mean, I suppose if someone else has fun playing it, I don't care.
I want you to talk about your high school days, and I want you to tell people what you were like in high school, because you have a song on your first tape called Kicked Out of High School Blues.
Well, I took a sheet of keys, I was gonna give them back. But little did I know that I would get a crack at the blues. The kicked out of high school blues. Yeah, I don't know what to do, got the kicked out of high school blues.
And that is probably the most interesting song on the album, because it is an actual story from what I understand. Well, I know the song talks about the story, but can you tell the story? That's the thing.
When we were in high school, we did a lot of crazy things.
Can you talk about what kind of people you guys were in high school?
Everybody there thought we were all bisexual heroin addicts.
You guys are all smack people.
I guess. Everybody, there was a huge rumor going around that me and Jeff and Jer were all bisexual heroin addicts. Of course, none of us were. I only did heroin once.
I don't think that Snyder High School ever experienced anything like Run Spot Run again. I mean, we did everything. Yeah.
What were we like? We drank a lot. We were always drunk. always, in 24 hours a day, wherever you'd find us, no matter where it was, we were drunk.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Mark tended to drink a lot. What the hell? We all
From what I heard,
Yeah.
everybody tended to drink a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I mean, I'm out of high school now, and what are they going to do, kick me out? I can come out and say all the neat and interesting things that we did and never got caught for. But they were just little petty things, like, well, during Christmas I got the whole band a whole bunch of little screwdriver sets, and they had screwdrivers and stuff, and we called them our little vandalism kits.
He had given us all screwdriver sets for Christmas. And we went into school with all our new screwdriver sets, you know.
We'd go around and we'd just take the light cover switches, you know, we'd take those all apart.
Yeah.
And just started taking stuff apart. Well, it seemed harmless.
We'd take desks and turn them all upside down when the teacher wasn't around, so that they'd come back and, oh?
But, I don't know, we just started taking desks apart and light switch plates and everything. We had a whole pile of stuff that we had taken apart in our locker, because Jared and I shared a locker because he couldn't remember his locker combination.
That is the best.
We took the elevator apart one time.
I can't believe that. You didn't tell me that.
We did about $1,700 damage taking apart the elevator. That's one story I heard from the administration.
Oh, is that a story you heard?
Yeah, they tried to blame it on us.
Oh, well, they were right?
But anyway, yeah, I got kicked out of school for that too.
Oh, we stopped all the clocks a whole bunch of times. The cameraman is saying, we're a little too far. Well, you see, I'm gonna let you know how we did it. All the clocks in the school are all hooked to one main circuitry. It all runs around. Now we found one clock that was unhooked, and we just touched two wires together. Yeah. It just stops all the clocks in the school. So every day at exactly the same time we'd wait, and then boom, touch it together. And the whole fact that they were confused. They didn't know what the hell was going on.
The reason we got kicked out of school, Jeff, of course, Mr. Honors student, had stolen some teacher's keys.
This teacher kept leaving his keys in the door.
Yeah. And they were the keys to the whole school. You could open up the school with them. We did a lot of shit like this.
Yeah.
You could open up the whole school with them. You could, the elevators and everything. And they were pretty concerned about it at school, I guess. And JR had taken the keys from Jeff, and he had the keys.
This teacher kept leaving his keys in the door.
Yeah.
And I told him, hey, somebody's gonna snag those. You better take them in when you unlock your door. Every day, he'd leave them in his door. After I unlocked his door, he'd leave them in there. So one day I just had to take them, but it was just a personal joke between me and the teacher. I was gonna go back and say, I told you somebody was gonna snag these.
So, anyway, JR had the keys. The next day, about 10 o'clock, about 40 minutes before I used to stop all the clocks. That's another story.
JR talked about that.
Yeah. Anyway, about 10 o'clock, an announcement came over the PA. Somebody had stolen some teacher's keys, and there was a big reward, no questions asked.
Then they called out on the loudspeaker, hey, if anybody knows where so-and-so's keys are, they were stolen today, then you will have a cash reward.
Take them to the office kind of deal.
Right.
JR didn't want to get caught with them because he had been in trouble so many times that it wasn't even funny. And I had too, but I didn't give a fuck. Because we knew neither one of us were college bound. Unlike Jeff. So we took the heat off Jeff because he was Mr. Honor student and we were always looking out for him. And he was always the one that'd get in trouble, but me and Jared take the rap for him anyway, just because we knew he was college bound. Well, how good that did we know now.
Nobody knew that I had taken it. Yeah. But it was like everybody just rushed and said, J.R. Damon took those. Now, they didn't know for sure, but they had a pretty good guess. Yeah. Well, it was a damn good guess, actually.
So anyway, JR talked to me the next class. We were in study hall together just about all day, it seemed like, because we had both gotten kicked out of all our classes. So he came up to me in study hall and gave me the keys. And said, you turn them into the office and we'll all split the reward. No questions asked. Well, I got to the office and found out about how true that was.
Yeah.
Me and JR, we kept the whole blame off Jeff and made up this huge story about how JR had stolen the keys, but we all wanted to stay out of trouble for it, and so I turned in the keys for him and all this shit.
Right.
and never got the reward. Like the reward was getting kicked out of school, I guess. But Jared got kicked out. Jared got kicked out for about a month. They let me in after about 3 days because I'm always good at spur of the moment kind of thing. I made up a pretty good story and got myself back in. God knows why. I got kicked out the day I got back in anyway.
Really?
Yeah. Again for about another week.
Kids. Kicked out of high school, Blues was formed.
It's a great song.
But anyway, that's the song. A lot of our songs are stories of stuff that we've done.
Really? Which other songs? Can you mention the other songs that are about stories?
Mr. Ed.
Well, we met him down in a little place where we used to play. He was really drunk and he couldn't talk, so he played me a song by Johnny Cash. Well, he smelled like booze and he looked like booze and he was booze. He was really sad and when he shook my hand he said, friends. And I said, friends, go ahead. I'm a lot like you. Drunk again. I'm a lot like you.
Oh God, I'd have to look at our albums. I don't remember them anymore.
Albums? I didn't know you had any more than one album.
No, I don't have him here. We've got 2 albums, but one's not released yet. We probably had about 20 songs written for the album.
Yeah.
I think we used 9 out of the 22 got cut that we had recorded.
Which 2 were those? Were those 2 that you?
The one was
now?
one was another remake of Bloody Man of War, which was better than the original one, but
Right.
it got cut because it's an old song, and like I said before in the interview, it was the first song we had written, and for 5 years down the line, we're sick of it now.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure we'll never play it again.
Right. Why would I
Because
pick
Mom
this
can't
up?
see me with a beer. I'm not 21 yet. Shh, don't tell anyone.
6 months.
Is your mom gonna see this movie?
I don't know.
Is she?
I think we're gonna be real big, just like U2, and it's gonna show in all the theaters.
Ooh,
And I can go
U2.
to like Holiday and go see it and pay money and fall asleep, just like I did for U2. Boring movie.
Is your first album that you have out right, or the newest album that you have out by Run Spot Run? Do you think you could have done any better, or do you think this is Run Spot Run at their absolute best?
No, we could have done better.
Really?
For us, it's kind of it doesn't really portray us as we really are.
Yeah,
But that's how our albums are.
I got that feeling whenever I've seen you guys on stage. You tend to be a lot less serious than what your albums tend to be.
About like the Replacements, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Real close.
Yeah.
I think you guys.
I think you can compare us to the Replacements.
I was gonna say I think you guys model that group real well.
That's good.
Art is a funny thing, Bob. Yeah. I mean, I can't sing a song about race car driving and say, yeah, baby, I got a race car and I like to go hundreds of miles an hour. Because I don't know what it feels like to go hundreds of miles an hour, and I can't truly feel for that. Now, when it comes to things that I truly care about and I truly feel about, I can take those things from deep within me, bring them out, put them through my guitar, through my vocals, put them out to someone, and try to make that person feel that.
Hey, boy! No, it's a hand job. You're doing the wrong thing.
Hand job. Hand job. Hand job. Do that sloppy hand job. Hand job. Hand job. Hand job. Do that sloppy hand job. Hey, boy!
Kill that song. Okay, I wanted to ask you about Run Spot Run's musical influences. I kind of called you once. I called you Peter Paul without the Mary once. I called you guys that. I've called you the new Simon and Garfunkel. I've called you guys all kinds of different names. But what do
thanks.
you think?
people ask us, well, what do you sound like?
Yeah. Can you describe the Run Spot Run sound? That's a difficult
If Simon and
question, I know.
Garfunkel drunk more, drank more, if they had drank it more,
If they drink it more, they would
drink
sound.
it more, they would sound like us. If
they use
the Everly brothers had cut their hair a little bit shorter, if
cut their hair
Crosby,
shorter.
Stills, and Nash weren't so fat, I don't know what else to say. That's us.
Darkness is just the absence of light, and I'll be with you tonight. If not in reality, then I'll see you in my dreams. You'll be here with me. It might just be a fantasy, but I know I must come to grasp with reality before it becomes the death of me.
I mean, I'm surprised that we got the popularity that we did. I mean, the music was, I guess, good. People say it was good, but I mean, we think it's shit when we look back on it. I enjoy listening to it, but I mean,
I'll tell you something. I've played that tape for a lot of people, and a lot of people have liked it.
That's enough waxing poetic for one night.
We call this noise. You tell me that you're leaving, and you turn around and close the door. Well, keep on going, baby, but don't you never come back. Don't look at people turn my back a little more. And now I know you fishy woman, you can't go. You keep on telling me you're leaving. I look at you and I say that's fine. Those men guys, baby, and you tell me the truth. When was it that you were ever mine? And now I know you fishy woman, you can't talk. Keep on, you can't go back now. You can't come back now. You can't come back now. Pardon us a second while Mark gets off. Give me the box. That's right. Oh. You fishy woman, you can't stop.
I was gonna ask you if you remembered something. The first time I met you guys was at a high school dance, if you can believe that or not. I met
I
you.
wasn't there.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, you.
I don't think I ever went to a high school dance except once when I was a freshman.
I think Jeff was there, and I know JR was there because I almost got in a fight with JR, which is very typical with JR anyway.
No, I wasn't there.
Yeah, well, anyway.
Okay. Before we started playing, I met this girl. And I asked her, hey baby, can we have sex? And she said no. Alright, can we have sex?
said because she doesn't want to.
Everyone will call her whore.
But I can never, ever not want to. And therefore, I wrote this little song just for her. Baby, the girls want to do it too. Girls want to do it too. No matter what you say or do, I'm telling you, girls want to do it too. Good girls want to do it free. Don't even want to do it with me. But I can plainly see that, girl, you want to do it free. Make my life so mystery. Girls want to do it more. Maybe they want to do it a little bit more. But she said, no, you call her whore. But girl, you want to do it for. Girls want to do it by. It makes their insides come alive. They make me happy and all that. Yeah, but girl, you want to do it by. Let's speed it up a little bit. Hit it, boy.
Little sign off
Hey,
here.
can you put
Batteries are.
Can you follow one song?
What?
Can you follow one song?
How about?
Say goodbye.
Para bailar la bamba, para bailar la bamba se necesita una poca de gracia.
Shut the fuck up!
Bueno, bien venido.
Take 2.
Para bailar la bamba, para bailar la bamba se necesita una poca de gracia.
What? We're getting ripped off here, man. I could have been watching Cosby. They say he stole all he knew from a black man who spent his life on the corner shining white man's shoes and only wore that cowboy hat because he was bald, so drunk and ornery he ended up with no friends at all. And everyone who was there has got to cry about it. They know something bad, they got to scream and shout it. Thinking of country music, just in his pants again. I wish I didn't know now what I didn't know then. Elvis? That he grew up when he leveled his gun and he was counting down piles of bills and fun and all that kinky sex with those would be queens. Can't wait to see the film shot in between the scenes. Secretary, wife, and critic all scrambled to tell. They know something bad and they've got something to sell. The kid go rock and roll, dirty Eskimo pies, but what he did still the same, and you know everyone died.